today, because I know Kim Kardashian is in the other stage, so that's make me feel really proud. So, welcome. I'm Isabel. I work in Metricool as CMO, but don't worry, I'm not going to talk about Metricool. I don't come here to talk about our solution. I come here to give you some information about how to measure on social media. So this is a workshop. I would like that if you have doubts or if you want to raise your hand or ask something, feel free to ask. So we are a little family. So this is not I'm on a stage and you're there hearing. If you have any doubt or you want to share something, feel free to raise your voice, right? So just quick question. How many of you work on social media? Okay, you're in the right place. How many of you measure every week on social media? Okay. So let's see the data that matters and how to measure from A till Z. So before to start, sprinters didn't improve their times until they start measuring. And one of the biggest mistakes that happen on social media with the brands and with the companies is that we don't pay attention to the metrics, and maybe we are more aware of vanity metrics as how many followers I have, how many followers have my competitors. Okay, so this is something that we need to change, and we need to start measuring to be successful as the sprinters. And how to know if we are successful in social networks, not measuring the number of followers. So it's really important. The beginning of the workshop, it's going to be, we are going to touch some theoretical concept, but don't worry, because later on we have a lot of examples, and but we need to know this part, and because it's the base to start measuring the successful on social media. So it's really important to have an objective. You can have different objectives, but one objective needs to be associated to one metric, only one metric. So if you have the objective, I don't know, to increase the reach in a 10%, you need to measure only one metric. Then you can have secondary metrics that are going to help you to get the goal, but it's really important that you only have one metric associated to the objective that you want to achieve. Then data. Of course, you need to know the metric. It's not like my social media networks are working really good because I have a lot of followers or because this post has a lot of interaction. No, it's not like that. We need to have one metric. And today we are going to check the metrics in each stage of the funnel, depend of which objective you have. And then you need to analyze, because if you don't analyze what's going on, it's going to be difficult to be successful with the objective that you decide, right? And those are the 3 stages that we are going to see. So what is an objective? Basically, an objective is desired end or goal to be reached. That's it. It's something that you want to achieve. But we need to go deep into the concept of objective. And for sure that maybe you know that an objective needs to be smart, right? You know this concept, smart? Yeah? You can speak. Say, come on. The other stage is shouting. Do you know what is smart? Yeah. Okay, you're alive. Thank you. Right. So objective need to be smart, and that means that need to be specific. Because if you're not specific, then you can measure a lot of things, and then you don't get results. So it needs to be clear, concrete, and also, well, measurable. So if you don't measure, you don't know if you are having success or not. So it's really important also to be measurable and achievable. Because, for example, imagine that you're starting with your brand on YouTube today, and you say, okay, so my objective is going to be have 1 million followers in 30 days. I think it's not achievable. I think in the story of YouTube, nobody gets 1 million followers in less than 30 days. So when you decide your objective, it needs to be achievable with your brand. I mean, you need to know where you are, you need to know how many followers you have, because if you say, I'm going to win 1 million followers on YouTube, it's going to be frustrated for you, for your team, and you're not going to get the goal, right? And then it needs to be relevant. And this is also another mistake that normally we do in social media, because social media is to be social, to have a community, to have audience, to speak with people. Need to be, if you are on social, you need to spend time on social and speak with people. But normally, social media channels are related to the company, to the business, so need to be relevant for the company. Imagine that you're starting with your brand and it's like, okay, so I want to reach a lot of people and I want to have a lot of followers because I'm working, nobody know me. So I need to work into the awareness. Okay, so imagine that you say, okay, so I'm going to publish memes all day long because memes, it's something that makes people move for the chair and play with humor. But then you have like a lot of followers that they only follow you because of the memes. And the objective or your company at the end is that they know you and they finish doing something that you want to do. Like, I don't know, buy your product, go to a webinar, get the lead, right? So that's why it needs to be relevant with the business. So if you work on social media, you need to talk with the company to know what they are expecting for social media, because sometimes it's like they are expecting like, no, I want to sell a lot from social media. That's not possible, but you can create a community and you can increase maybe a 10% the sales that come in for social. And then time-based. If we, I don't know you, but for example, when I have tasks, if I don't give them a date, normally I procrastinate. So I don't know if it happened the same for you. So it's the same with objectives. If you don't time-based in time, you're going to procrastinate. You're not going to measure what's going on. So you need to put the focus on the objective. So this is something in general, specific. That's mean concrete, precise, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. So that's what we were saying, right? That's really, really important, because if not, as I said, we can be frustrated, and maybe the company is not, they are complaining because we're not getting the goals. So, okay, so let's do an exercise, right? Because I want to see that there are people here. So now that we know that objectives need to be smart, which one of those objectives do you think that is not smart? Okay, reach 100K impression per month on TikTok. It's a good objective or not? Feel free. Okay, hard for you. Yes, sorry. It was for her, sorry. Okay. Reach 30K YouTube views next quarter. What do you think? Hard for you. Okay. Go viral on LinkedIn. You say right? Go viral on LinkedIn, time-based? No? Okay, who said no? That's for you. Ready? You say no, right? Okay. Increase, sorry, increase by 5% the number of new users reaching my product through Twitter or X. Yes? No? Yes. Don't be shy. You can say yes. Okay. Achieve 50 visits to my brand website through Instagram every week. Yes? Yes? Ready? It's going for you. Okay. And win the YouTube verification badge. No. Okay. That goes for you. Okay. You did it great. So now we know how objectives need to be on social media. And now let's go for the next step. Because it's like, okay, now I know which one are going to be my objective, are going to be achievable, are going to be relevant with the business. But now, what type of metrics sits on social media? This point is really important before to go deep into which metrics we are going to measure, right? Because in social media, there are two types of metrics, and there are account metrics and content metrics, right? So account metrics, followers, follows, number of content that we post, like posts, videos, reels, tweets, carousel, TikToks, wherever. Impression, profiles visit, total visit, earnings, demographic. And then we have the content metrics, right? Interactions, impression, average reach per content, and types of content. But there are a big difference. And the big difference is that the account show the evolution. I mean, all those metrics from the account, we can measure the evolution, how we are growing, and we see in a different time, right? But the content metrics, we cannot see the evolution. For example, if we post something today and then go viral in 2 weeks, all the metrics are going to appear the same day that you publish your post. So this is something, it's important to know, because when we measure posts, for example, if we want to measure interaction in some content and we want to see which content perform better, it's really important that we analyze post per post to see which one are the best posts with best performance, right? Okay, so now that we have cleared the difference, now we need to know what metrics are you interested in measuring for each social media network, depend of your objective. Or in other way, we need to measure at each stage of the funnel, okay? So, the funnel. For sure that this is something that you already know, right? Funnel, basic funnel on social media. But sometimes on social media, it's like we try to work and do creativity and do a lot of things, but sometimes we need to come back to basic. And this is something really important. If we want to measure, we need to understand the funnel, right? So, just a quick overview about the funnel and what it's important to know about the funnel. So, top of the funnel, discover. This is something when we are starting with our brand, or if we want to win awareness, we need to focus and be obsessed with the top of the funnel. Then middle of the funnel, consideration stage, and bottom of the funnel, the decision. So the bottom of the funnel is the decision, is the last step that our community is going to take before to go into our business funnel, because here is when our business funnel starts, right? So it doesn't finish on social media. Also, we need to measure what's happened here to show our company, our boss, that we are doing a great job, right? So just a quick reminder about the content that we should publish in each stage of the funnel. So in the top of the funnel, we want to get rich by talking about the common problem to our audience, raising awareness about the problem that you solve, and also influencers. You can use influencers in all the stages of the funnel. Influencers or content creator, people who work in the same area that you do, that it's going also to show your problem and showing you as a solution. I will show you some examples. So, problem. We need to be obsessed with the problems of our clients, and in this stage of the funnel is like you are scrolling on social media, and why are you going to stop? Because you see something that it's like, that's happened to me. So for example, I don't know, if I will have cellulitis, that it's not the case, or maybe yes, whatever. If I'm scrolling and I see a post like how to erase the cellulitis, whatever, I'm going to stop and I'm going to say, yeah, that's my problem. I have cellulitis. That's happened when, I mean, it could be cellulitis or it could be anything that you need more time, whatever, okay? But you need to attach the problem. And you can work in all the different stages of the funnel. But if you want to win awareness, then in the beginning you need to focus on the problem. Right, then we have the MOFU, middle of the funnel, solution aware. So the content is focused on giving value to what we provide thanks to our solution. Okay, our potential client discover us on social media. I stopped because I saw a post talking about cellulitis, and I say, okay, and what else? And then I'm going to go to the account and I'm going to try to look for what solution you offer me, right? adding value, we have to give them value, like, okay, how you going to help me with my cellulitis? And then also influencers. Content creators are really worth it in all the stages of the funnel. And then product and brand awareness is the bottom of the funnel before to start the business funnel. So people who already know us, because maybe they discover us and they are taking us in consideration, and now it's the moment that they are really prepared to go into our business, right? So we need to show, we need to create content explaining why we are the best choice, but not like in teletienda. I don't know if you have teletienda. Maybe it's not the same word. In Spanish, it's called teletienda. You know the advertisement on television that it's like, you can buy this thing. No? I don't know how to say teletienda, but you don't have to sell it like that, right? No, in social media, we need to be social. But for example, also testimonials works really good in this stage of the funnel, also success stories, and drive people from A till B. You have cellulitis, how it's going to be your life without cellulitis. Maybe I should think about another example, but it's the first thing that came to my hair. And then influencers. Okay, and when we finish here, in the last stage, we need to, here we need to move the people to our business funnel from social network. How are we going to do that? So we can use tools as ManyChat, for example, like, okay, if you are obsessed with cellulitis, you can download this freebie with 10 best practices. So then you can leave a comment in the post, like, I hate cellulitis, and then you leave the comment, and you can send them directly a DM, and now you have the contact of your audience on social media, and now start the business funnel, right? Metrics. So, okay, as I said, you can work in the different stages of the funnel, depending on the objective that you have, and maybe you can have 3 different objectives, like, okay, I'm going to attract people to discover my brand, and then also I want to work the consideration, and I want to work the decision. So you can work the 3 at the same time, or maybe during a quarter, you can work one stage of the funnel. If you focus in one stage of the funnel, then the funnel is going to grow in this part. So if you work in the middle, it's not going to be a funnel, it's going to be like that, right? So if you have different objectives, remember that you need to have only one metric by objective. This is really important. So, top of the funnel, which metrics we need to analyze? Reach. Reach is really important. For me, I think that the reach is really important in the top of the funnel. Visits and account reach. How many people we are reaching, right? That should be our main metrics. 1 second, because as there are people at home.
What's the Frage?
Hi.
My question was, how do you know when it's not enough reach and when it's too much reach? Like
Never is too much. No, I'm joking, I'm
like
joking.
when you have a limited budget, you need to know when you need to stop spending. So when do you know it's enough reach? Like, how do you measure that? How do you get a feeling for that?
Okay, so for me, reach is not, never is too much, but the thing is, we need to be, as we said in the objective, we need to understand how is our brand on social. So the most important thing is that you need to review how is your organic reach, how many reach you have with the organic posts that you're doing. And the idea is that improve that reach. So if you're having, I don't know, 10, so maybe you can say, okay, so I want to increase my reach 20%. So then we are going to see how we can analyze that to check how we can improve. But it needs to be relevant with our brand. So if I say, no, the normal reach is a number, maybe it's not a real number for you, or it's not a real number for another one. So the important thing is that you compare the data that you already have, okay? But we will check it also later, how to improve this. Right, and then as I was saying, you can work in different stages, or you can work not only in one social network, you can work awareness, for example, discovery in all your social network, or you can use different social networks in different stages of the funnel. And this is something that we are going to see now. And remember, always remember that the work didn't finish here, that you need to bring the people to your business funnel. Cellulitis. I know why. Okay, those are some examples of the kind of content that we should publish in the different parts of the funnels. So, in the top of the funnel, it's really important that we focus in the problem. So that's an example about the cellulitis. It's in Spanish. What you don't know about cellulitis. This is one of our posts on social media. Memes work really good, but you cannot use memes all the time. So here we say, when you thought you created fire content, but it doesn't get approved. So we're touching the problem of social media managers. And hairdressers, maybe you're thinking about to change your image and have a new style. So they are giving you like, okay, maybe you want to cut your hair, and this is something that you can use. Another examples in the middle of the funnel is to show the before and after, because it's like you are with the hairdressers, it's easy, but it's like you're showing your job. It's like, okay, you have a problem, you want to change your style, and now I'm showing you how I'm solving your problem. I know with the hairdressers it's easy. For example, in this stage of the funnel, we need to give a lot of value because we catch the attention of the people because we are touching the problem, but now we have to give them value. So in our case, it's like our target are social media managers or company who works on social. So we'll give them value. So what to post for each type of content, right? So this is something that it has value for them. And for example, the other brand, it was cosmetic and beauty. So here, they showing the product, but they are not selling us the product. They are giving you value, telling you how you can make a strawberry makeup using the product, right? But they are giving value to the users. And in the bottom of the funnel, you can show the results, for example. So it's like, okay, if you want to change your style, you can come here, and this is going to be the result. You are showing how you are. Also, the example that I told you before, for us, it works really good to create freebies or bundles to offer for free to our clients to move them from social to our business funnel. Because in this case, for example, it's like, okay, you want this template, so leave in comment the word Canva, and we will send you through a DM. So, and it's really worth it. I mean, I don't work for ManyChat, but ManyChat is the tool that normally we use, and it's really worth it, because then we have these people into our business funnel. And for example, in the cosmetic, then now you can show product, because finally it's like, okay, so if you want to have a skin routine, whatever, this is what you should use in the morning, this is what you should use in the afternoon, whatever. And at the end, you can say, go to the link, or if the social network that you are posting allow you to leave a link, you can leave a link to the product, because it's the bottom of the funnel, right? Okay, again, the funnel. I know you're going to get tired of the funnel, but I decided to prepare this because I think it's really interesting, because as I told you before, it's like, okay, you can work the funnel in one social network, but there are social networks that are better in different stages of the funnel. Not only social networks, also the format. For example, Instagram. Well, where I live here, it's a study about social networks that show you which kind of format you can use depending of which metric you want to achieve, right? So in case that you want to scan. Right, so top of the funnel. Here, social networks that really works good for discover. Everything that have video works really good. Reels, TikTok. TikTok is the social network that works better for awareness. I mean, it's amazing. And then Pinterest, video format on Pinterest, it's also really good for awareness. Shorts, YouTube also, it's giving a lot of push to the shorts. So shorts works really good for awareness and for increased reach. Um, X, we can use it in a different, in all different stages, and Google My Business, because also there are business that have a place, right? So Google My Business also we can work in different stages. But for example, Instagram, Reels, really good for awareness. Then for consideration, carousels and image, yeah, that works really good. And then decision, stories, stories and DMs. Stories are really good because you can add a link. And also stories works really good for the audience, for your community. So your community is not in the discover phase. Your community is in the decision phase, right? So don't, a lot of brands says, no, stories are not worth it. Stories are worth it because stories are focused on your clients, right? It's the same like Twitch. I don't know if you see Twitch or not, but Twitch, it's really worth it in this stage of the funnel. I mean, people are not looking to discover on Twitch, right? So, but if they are on Twitch and you are there, or for example, if you are streaming live on YouTube, as we are doing today, hi to the people at home, that's your community. So they are in the bottom of the funnel. So I think you can keep this image. I don't know if you are going to receive the slides, but if you want, we can send you later. But this is something really important when you start thinking about your strategy and which are your objectives. Right. So let's see some examples, because I think that's the easy way to understand. Sephora. Oh, you know Sephora, right? Yeah? Yay! Say yes. Yes, thank you. Okay, so Sephora, for example, top of the funnel, right? Problem. Buy freeze, the perfect call routine, and then we have an influencer also in this stage of the funnel, because they focus on the problem. So she's talking, I don't know about what, I don't know what, but she was talking about something problem that you can use with Sephora. So really good, top of the funnel. And Sephora, they target all the stages of the funnel. But Sephora is like a really, really big brand, right? Also, middle of the funnel. Now, they are using also creators to show how to use a product, but in a second place, branded content. So it's giving value, but the people is going to say, okay, she's famous. She's going to stop and consume the content. For example, where are we in the eyebrow trend cycle, right? So it's giving you information about what type of eyebrow you have, whatever. And then stories, the power of stories. Finally, in stories, you can add links and you can drive people directly to your business stage, right? So here, something that works really good in stories is like do a series of stories. Not just post one story like, hi, I'm here, OMR. No, tell something, tell a story, share something, okay? And remember that you are talking with the community, the people that already know you. So don't use a story to try to attract people. Use a story to drive them to your business funnel. Right. Another example, YouTube. No, yes, YouTube, right. So now I'm showing you how to use the funnel in the same social network, right? For example, on YouTube, shorts to attract people, to win reach. Shorts works really good. Of course, if you can optimize them, talk about problem, that's really good. Then, long videos. Long videos takes more time. It's not a discover phase. It's like you are going to sit down because we are going to give you value talking about something that you need. So it takes more time. It will be middle of the funnel. And then bottom of the funnel could be live webinars. Live webinars works really good because you can talk to your audience, you can drive them to a link, you can give them a coupon, right? So you can move them. And also the community. On YouTube, there are community where you can share links or share information, right? So also the community, it could be the top of the funnel. But imagine, for example, that your goal is not maybe on YouTube you only want to work awareness, but then your business is in, I don't know, in another social network, Discord, whatever. So don't forget to optimize your profile in all social network to drive your audience to the place that you want to drive them. Okay, let's see more examples. Okay, Google My Business, Google Business Profile. That it seems that it's the social network that nobody use. Mistake, because there are a lot of local business that they use Google Business Profile, right? So, top of the funnel, you need to have your profile, optimize your profile. Because, for example, we're thinking about, okay, where we are going for dinner tonight after a long day. Okay, I think Italian. Okay, let's look for an Italian restaurant. So, when I go to Google and I Google Italian restaurant Hamburg, those are the places that appears. So if a local place don't have a business profile, I'm not going to find them. I'm in the discovery phase. So it's really important to optimize those pages. Really, really important, because if not, you're not going to appear, and then you're losing business. Right, middle of the funnel, reviews. You check the reviews when you are going to go to a new place? Yes? Yeah. So reviews are really important, and reviews are not static. You can use the reviews. If you have a place, you can ask people to leave you a review, people that is satisfied. Of course, if there is something that is pissed off with your business, don't ask for a review. But it's really important that you answer the reviews, because I'm going to see the reviews, but also I'm going to see how your brand talk. And at least bottom of the funnel, you can create offers that I think that during 7 days appears here. And also, of course, bottom of the funnel is that someone call your restaurant or check how to arrive to your restaurant. This is also bottom of the funnel. Now, another example. This is a really famous YouTuber. So check how he used different social networks to attract people. Right, so on TikTok and Instagram, he shared pieces of his streamings, right? And also on those videos, he normally add the account that he want that people follow, because it's like, I'm going to show you what I'm doing, trying to attract you to YouTube, because he is streaming on YouTube. So in the top of the funnel, he's using different social networks to attract them to YouTube, right? And this is an example also on X. It's like, okay, I'm going to show you a piece of my stream, and then from X, he has the URL for YouTube. Because the idea is like, I want that people discover me through another social networks, but finally I want to have them on YouTube, right? And another example, I think that's the way to learn, right? Because I want to show you different examples. This is a startup called Streamloots, and they work for streamers, and they sell, like, I don't know, a kind of virtual cards that the streamers can do things, and you can, I don't know exactly how to explain, but check how they use the funnel on Twitter. Right, so they work with memes, because memes are related to streamers and YouTubers. And then with memes, they bring people top of the funnel. Then middle of the funnel, they comment in other accounts. They have conversation with other accounts. Middle of the funnel also is that. Start conversation with new people. Be in the conversation. Be part of the conversation. And then finally, they have, I really like this example, because if you see the X page, it's like a landing page. You come here and you say, join our Discord serve and become a professional streamer. They are using a CDA. They are saying, okay, so come here. And then the #1 monetization and interactive full for streaming, blah, blah, join our Discord. And then they fix the first post explaining what they are. So this is a good example that you can use, because sometimes our profiles on social networks are like, I'm whatever, And we're not using it as landing pages. So remember to try to optimize your profiles like being a landing page and trying to drive people to the place that you want to drive them. Okay, and TikTok. What happened with TikTok? Forget about the funnel. Jen said, kill the funnel. No, they have a funnel, but TikTok works in a different way. Um, of course, on TikTok, there are a lot of people, not only Jen said, but if we work in business, um, we need to attract new people also to our business, and we need to be there in Gen Z. Gen Z are already making purchase, right? So they change the funnel for a loop, and this is something really important. Gen Z, they need a lot of information before to do a purchase, but not information like value information. No, they need to see you as a brand that a confident brand, and also that you play with the sense of humor. They need to feel that you are part of their tribe, right? So as you see, it's not a funnel, it's a loop, and people go from here, from brand awareness. I don't know where is this. Well, they go from here till here, and maybe here, and the purchase, it's in the middle, right? So it's different, but it's the same. I mean, we need to win awareness, and they need to discover us. So this is some data that it's important to understand TikTok. How many of you are on TikTok? Okay. And the people that are not in TikTok, why you're not on TikTok? You can talk. Are you in TikTok? Okay. Maybe you're not on TikTok because your brand is not a good match for TikTok. But if you're not on TikTok because you're afraid, or you say, I don't know, I don't work for TikTok neither, but maybe you should try, because to win awareness, it's really amazing. And here is some data that you can see about how Gen Z use TikTok, and how they go from, how they follow a brand, how many they buy, they made a purchase. Right. Let's see some examples. Lidl. You know Lidl. I'm from Lidl is a German company, right? Sorry. The micro. Yeah. Hi. What's your name?
My name is Manahil, and my question is regarding TikTok. So, if the company is not targeting towards Generation Z, and they are mainly focusing on B2B market,
Okay.
so does it still make sense to be on TikTok?
For example, we are a B2B company. It's true that maybe social media, it sounds more sexy than another thing, but yeah, even if you are not, not all the people that are there at Gen Z, I think that at least you should try maybe reusing the content that you have. Maybe if you have shorts, or you do reels, maybe I think that you could do a test trying to see if your audience is there, because it's a huge audience on TikTok. Not only Gen Z, but it's true that the most part is Gen Z, but I think that you should try. Maybe not creating content for TikTok, maybe you can reuse content that you are creating, for example, for Instagram, Reels. I don't know, at least I'll try. Thank you. So Lidl, I think it's a great, it's doing it great on TikTok. And I think that it's a good example to see how it's a loop and it's not a funnel. And I think, I don't know, the brand is doing, someone that works on Lidl here? No? Maybe I can get a discount or something? Okay. So, for example, this is how they accelerate the loop with the content of the brand. And then I show you why they're doing that. Okay. So, this is a, you can hear it, right? They are using the content as creators. They're not showing like, welcome to Lidl. No. They did like a great study about how creators are doing it on TikTok. So that's really good, because it's like they are showing the product, but it's okay. And so this is a video for the brand, And those are the videos that the creators are doing community amplifies, right? So for example, and you can see here the results. I don't know if it's uploading, right?
These are my top 20 little fat loss cheat codes. Number 1, we have this Skyer drink. Number 2, thin bagels. 3, light mozzarella. 4, light grated cheese. 5, chocolate protein.
Okay, and this is another one.
Best and worst food in
Best
Lidl.
and
We're
worst
kicking
food
it off
in
with the
Lidl,
best
right?
food, this oat barista milk. It's the same as Oatly, just a lot
So
cheaper.
creators are creating content, and what Lidl is doing is like they are follow creators and they are copy what creators are doing on TikTok. Because brands, sometimes we think that we know everything, but creators are the one that appears in all the searches. So sometimes we need to stop doing what we think that we're doing great because we are a brand and start follow the style of the creators. And also
But
TikTok.
best
Wait.
and worst food in Lidl. We're
Okay.
kicking it off with the best food,
Sorry.
this oat barista.
Now, so also on TikTok, you can use the power of SEO and see if there are searches, because this is the discovery phase, about your brand. And Lidl, as I told you, it's doing it great because, for example, Lidl Bakery is one of the searches that have more search. So they analyze how content creators are doing it, the content about bakery, and as you say, is being part of the conversation, Lidl. It's like, you got to try the bakery, and then the guy says, okay, American try Lidl's bakery, right? So you need to be part of the conversation on TikTok, but also, as Lidl know that bakery, it's one of the big searches, okay, Taran is creating content related to bakery and having really good results. So being on social also and try to win awareness, you need to analyze your metrics, but also you need to see what your competitors are doing, and not only brands. Also, content creators are competitors that can give you a lot of information about how to do those kind of things. Right. So, too much information, right? Next point. Objective plus metrics is the best match, right? But now we need to analyze. Okay, we have the objective, we know one metric per objective, we understand which kind of metrics we need to measure if we are in different stages of the funnel, but now we need to start analyzing, because when we analyze, we can see if we are achieving the objective, if we are being successful, or we need to change it, right? So, and remember, only one metric per objective. Right, so social media data analyze, we are going to see how to analyze metrics, right? Data analyze is the phase for making data-driven decisions. So we create objectives to take decisions. For example, I don't know her name, but she was asking about what is the best reach. You need to check which one is your reach and if you can increase your reach, right? So that's the most important part to analyze and measure. You need to create cycles of measurement, right? The cycles need to be short. So you can, for example, say, okay, so this is my objective. It's going to be for the next quarter, but I'm going to measure every 2 weeks or every week. And it's possible. I mean, it's not, maybe Mondays you can close, I don't know, 20 minutes on your agenda to measure everything. But this is really important to follow up. And then analytic. Each week analyze what content have worked best and what hasn't, and what are your hypotheses are as to why it has or hasn't worked. If you analyze your content weekly and you are looking for reach, you can check which posts get most reach, and you can replicate them in other social network, for example, or you can replicate them because you can tell, maybe you say, okay, cellulitis, let's come back to cellulitis. You say, okay, this post worked crazy because people is worried about cellulitis. Okay, so I'm going to use the same idea in other social network, or I'm going to tell the same idea in a different way 2 weeks later, and then that's the way to get more reach, because every week you are analyzing the posts that give you more reach, then you can improve, and all your posts are going to bring you reach, right? Depending on what you want. And then implementable. From the conclusion of the analyze phase, extract the task to be performed next week to replicate the content, right? So that's the cycle. Okay, and I told you in the beginning that I don't want to sell Metricool, but we measure through Metricool. I don't mind that you measure with Hootsuite or with another tool, but I'm going to show you how we analyze content, right? Because I want to show you the example, but you can use any tool in the market, right? So, for example, something quick. I'm going to take Instagram, right? And imagine that I'm working the top of the funnel. So I can take conclusion. Those are, wow, it's in German. Those are the conclusion of the, I'm going to change the language. Sorry, English better. Right, so as we said in the beginning, there are two types of metrics, the metrics that are related to the account that show an evolution, and the metrics that are related to the post. So metrics related to the account show the evolution. So here you can see the evolution, followers, following, blah, blah, blah. But for example, here I see that, hey, what's going on here, right? Because I have, well, here I publish more content, but what is going on here? Because I win a lot of followers. So I can see 24th of April, I can go here and see 24th of April. So I just post a post and story. So when I'm analyzing, so I'm going to say, okay, if I want to follow more followers, I'm going to analyze this because this post is really important for me because bring me a lot of followers. And if I want to win awareness, maybe it's a secondary metric. So then I can go to the post and search what kind of post. It was a post or a Reels. It was a post. So I can go here and see, okay, I'm going to check 24th of April. May, April 24th. Okay, and I'm going to check what kind of post I did and why it brings me a lot of, okay? And the post it was, what social media manager are you? And it's a test. So it's a test to analyze which social media manager are you. So what I'm going to do, I'm in the analyze phase, so I say, okay, so this is important. Maybe I can touch this point or I can do the same in LinkedIn. I'm going to do a test on LinkedIn or I'm going to reuse it 1 month later. So I can come here, that it will be my analyze, right? I'm doing with you the job that normally do. So then 24th of April, here, I can come here, I can copy the text and I can go, for example, to the calendar and I say, okay, so maybe I'm going to create a thread, on LinkedIn or whatever. You can choose another social network and you decide, okay, so I'm going to find my best time and I'm going to post on LinkedIn and on Facebook. And then I can copy the text and I can edit by social network and then I can add the same image. Something was wrong. Right? So that's the way that normally I do the analyze. Or for example, I go to TikTok, the same. Okay, so I'm going to see the metrics of the account, but for me it's really important what's going on of the post. Like if I want to win reach, which posts are bringing me more reach or whatever. And then also we have the competitors. Competitors give you a lot of information too. So then you can, I don't know why we have those. I assume that it's maybe to show an example, but I can introduce as many competitors as I want to analyze what they doing that it's working and the best posts that they have. So I can get more conclusions about my competitor. Those are not our competitors, but I don't know why they're here, right? But you can go deep inside and analyze the growth of the account. Also, you can see the posts that they have, which one get more comments or more interaction or more engagement, and then you can get conclusion also to apply to your accounts. And yeah, also another part that I will analyze, it's like I would like to see all my social networks at the same time to see which one it's working best, um, depend of the metric. Because maybe here I say, wow, TikTok, I have a lot of followers on TikTok, vanity metrics. Because if I come here to impression, TikTok is the sixth social network. So maybe I should work, if I want to win impression, maybe I should work more on Instagram than on TikTok, right? So this part also compare all your social network at the same time. For us, it gives us a lot of information too, right? So this is the analyze phase, depend which metric you want to measure. And also if you are measuring, I don't know, the reach, you can take the reach from here or the number of impression. And also you can download the information, right? So, I show you in live, right? We're finishing. Take a step forward also, as we said that there are a social media funnel and business funnel. Also, you can use Locker Studio. You know Locker Studio? Locker Studio is a free tool from Google that you can mix different, I don't know how to say this in English, different, well, it's not the APIs. For example, you can get the information for Search Console, and you can take the information for, I don't, fuentes de datos. Datos, okay. But you can mix the different, you don't only get the data from social media, you also can get the data that people that goes to your website, for example, right? So this is a step forward. But for example, if you want to see the real funnel with the business funnel, you can use Locker Studio. We have Locker Studio that you can take all the data from your social media to Locker Studio, and you can do things like that, like a real funnel to check, okay, total impressions, total visit, clicks, views, and you can mix it with Search Console, for example. So you can say, okay, visit and interaction to the profile. So this is, okay, you need more time to prepare this, but you can get it with Locker Studio and Metricool. You can take the data, and we have templates also for that. Okay, and then you have the information, and just quick brief, objective. Find out if your strategy is working and how you can refine it, right? Understand everything related to social media metrics and our funnel, and set measurable goals, analyze them, learn from them, and consequently improve. So, I don't want to sell you anything, but in case that you want to try Metricool, we bring you a present. You can use this code, and you can try any premium plan. Anyway, Metricool is free. Also, you can take the tote bags that we bring you for you. It's for you. And yeah, if you have questions or you want to talk to me, you can follow me on LinkedIn, and I will answer. Maybe not in 24 hours. It was a pleasure to be here. I don't know if you have questions, or if not, we can talk through LinkedIn. Thank you. It's a question here. Leah, it's a question there. Oh,
Do you also have social listening in the tool?
social listening, no, we're not focused on social listening. You can answer messages, but we don't have social listening. We have hashtag tracker.
So it's not possible to see the sentiment of the audiences?
No, because I mean, we work more for focus on metrics and schedule and things like that, yeah.
And the tool you are showing, it's the tool which...
Sorry?
So, and you did a small demo of the tool?
Yeah.
And it's also possible to see like the detail analysis. We can customize.
Yeah, and Metricool is free. I mean, you can. I mean, what I give you here is 30 days free in any premium plan, but it's free. You can leave your mail and play with Metricool and see what it looks. I think that it's the best demonstration that you try the tool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, okay. Sorry.
Do you have experience?
I cannot hear anything because I don't have the phones. Right, sorry. No.
Do you have experience when it's the best time to post on B2B platforms like LinkedIn?
Yeah, we have an study about LinkedIn with the best time to post. But also, what we show you in the platform is your best time to post, because it's the time where your audience is connected. But let me show LinkedIn study metrical, because normally with all the data that we have, we do studies. So here I think that is the best time to post.
Yeah, you can find the studies for free on our website. Those are general informations, but if you want the best times for your specific audience, you can, for example, go into our planner and it shows you the best times to post.
Yeah, but here you can find it. If you search for the study on LinkedIn, you can see the best time to post. Okay, thank you.
Any more questions?
Yeah, I was wondering if you have a recommendation for in terms of frequency of posts per funnel category. So, because as I understood it, you don't do the tofu one for 30 days and then you do the other one. You do kind of them all at the same time. Do you have the recommendation kind of maybe also depending on each channel individually, but kind of generally, would you recommend to have more posts for the top category, for example, or in the middle?
What is true, and we get in all the studies that we did, is like more frequency. It's true that more interaction, more followers. But if you are going to post something that is not, because people then it's like, okay, I'm going to post a lot. It's better that you post less and best quality that post just because you want to increase the frequency. So, but if you start measuring everything, I think that then you get more ideas, and then it's like you know what gets you more reach, so then you can post more. So, yeah. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to ask, can you also measure like ads performance
Yeah.
in Metrico?
Yeah, you can measure TikTok ads, Facebook ads, and Google ads. And the good thing, I mean, something that I like is that you can compare how your ads are performance, even if they are on Google, on Facebook, on Instagram. If you want to go really deep in, I don't know, in advertisement on Google, for sure that I'm going to recommend go and use the platform. But to have an overview and to create like little advertisement, it's really worth it.
Mainly for Meta ads?
Yeah, so for Meta, yeah. And also you can boost directly. Imagine that you have posts that it's working really good organically. So directly from the planner, you can boost. And that's something really nice, because if it's working organically, it can work with publicity, with ads. Thank you. Hi.
Quick question regarding the competitor analysis, which is currently only or not available on TikTok. Is that right?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you properly because of the headphones.
So the competitor analysis is a really nice tool, but most of our competitors are on TikTok at the moment. And that's not a feature that's available right now.
No, it's not. I mean, on TikTok, it's not available yet. It should be manually.
So it's yet?
Yet. I mean, we are TikTok partners. It's something that it's going to come. But we don't. I know that there are tools that you can do those things, but are pirate tools, and they are going to ask you for the number of your account. It's coming soon. But you can ask them also, because they are over there.
Okay. I'll ask them.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Any more questions?
Okay. So thank you. You are the winners, the one that stay here until the end. Thanks so much. It was a pleasure. Bye.